हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू मनु लॉ क्लासेस। मेरा नाम गौतम दीक्षित है। फ्रेंड्स, आज के इस वीडियो में वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट न्यूज़ ऑफ 18 जून 2022. So over here we will be obviously discussing about the scheme Agnipath and Agniveer. It is the new recruitment scheme for all the three armed forces, that is Army, Indian Air Force and Navy. Okay, we will also see that the age limit, which was earlier from 17.5 to 21 years, अब इसको बढ़ा के 23 साल कर दिया गया है। इसके पीछे का रीज़न ये है कि पिछले 2 साल में बिकॉज ऑफ COVID-19 देयर हैज़ बीन नो रिक्रूटमेंट एंड दिस इज द वन टाइम अलाउंस that for the first time when the first batch of recruitment will take place, the eligibility will be increased to 23 years. Okay, so we will be doing about this scheme. The next we are going to study about the UNSC BRICS के बारे में थोड़ा सा हम पढ़ेंगे। यूनाइटेड नेशन सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल थोड़ा सा हम देखेंगे आज। एंड देन वी आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू स्टडी अबाउट क्रिप्टो करेंसी। हम इसको बहुत दिन से पढ़ते जा रहे हैं। क्रिप्टो करेंसी ये न्यूज़ में क्यों चल रहा है मैं आपको बता दे रहा हूँ। क्रिप्टो करेंसी की जो वैल्यूज़ है लाइक बिटकॉइन, एथेरियम, दे हैव क्रैश्ड, their value have decreased by 80%, in some cases by 2/3. So what are the underlying factors that why it is happening? Okay, so we are going to study that through an editorial. And then moving ahead, we will also be looking at the new aircraft carrier inducted by China. उसका नाम क्या है, उसके नए टेक्नोलॉजीज क्या क्या हैं, that we are going to see, and the new developments which is taking place in Russia-Ukraine crisis, and we will discuss that how it can elongate that war. So now let's start. The first is BRICS. So BRICS एक मल्टीलैटरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है। पहले इसमें 4 कंट्री हुआ करती थी, दैट इज़ ब्राज़ील, रशिया, इंडिया, चाइना। लेटर ऑन साउथ अफ्रीका ऑल्सो बिकेम द मेंबर ऑफ ब्रिक्स एंड नाउ इट वॉज कॉल्ड एज ब्रिक्स। ब्रिक जो एक टर्म है, सिर्फ पहला 4 BRIC, इट वॉज कॉइन्ड बाय एन इकोनॉमिस्ट कॉल्ड एज जेम्स ओ'नील. Now BRICS, it has a bank which is called as New Development Bank, which is headquartered in Shanghai. Now for this year, that is 2022, BRICS is being hosted by China because China is holding the chair for BRICS in 2022. यहाँ पे China is proposing a mechanism which is called as BRICS Plus mechanism. अब ये BRICS Plus mechanism क्या होता है? BRICS Plus mechanism का मतलब कि China wants that other developing countries also should become the member of BRICS. That is called as BRICS Plus mechanism. Okay. Now the next is factual information that Chinese President Xi Jinping is going to host a virtual summit of the leaders of the BRICS countries on June 23. So यहाँ पे अगर अब हम देखेंगे, so who are all going to join? So Russian President Vladimir Putin, Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro, South Africa Cyril Ramaphosa, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and as well as Xi Jinping, they are going to attend this summit virtually. Okay, so there will be a virtual summit of the leaders on June 23. ये बहुत ही important होता है, जो इसके outcome होते हैं वो हमको यहाँ पे देखना पड़ेगा. Fine. Now China will also hold a BRICS Business Forum on June 22 and Dialogue on Global Development on June 24. The next is United Nations Security Council. ठीक है, तो यूनाइटेड नेशन सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल में एक रेजोल्यूशन एक कमेटी है जिसका नाम है 1267 कमेटी इन द यूनाइटेड Nation Security Council. It is the council which has the responsibility of designating certain individuals or groups as the international terrorist. So when this proposal was there was a proposal at the United Nations Security Council to include a Pakistani terror convict and Deputy Chief of Lashkar-e-Taiba Jamaat-ud-Dawa Abdul Rahman Makki as a UNSC designated terrorist. So China has opposed this move, it has blocked this proposal. Okay, and now China has taken this decision. Okay, it has put this on a technical hold. Fine, this move was backed by India and China. Now if you will just see over here, that China in the past has also blocked the India's proposal to include the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar in this United Nations Security Council's designated terrorist list. Now, the United Nations Security Council, it is one of the principal organ of the United Nations. There are total 6 principal organs of the United Nations. Among them is the United Nations Security Council, where the total membership is 15. Out of that, 5 are permanent members and 10 are non-permanent members. The next is Agnipath scheme. So we are doing this scheme throughout the week, Agnipath. So this scheme, okay, यहाँ पे जो रिक्रूट होंगे वो होंगे अग्निवीर. Okay, they will be called as अग्निवीर. अब इस साल there is a target to recruit 46,000 youngsters, okay, through this Agnipath scheme. So what is Agnipath scheme? So if you will just see, it is an all non-officer appointments to the 3 wings of the Indian Armed Forces will be done through the Agnipath scheme. Okay, now that is the age group. एलिजिबिलिटी कितना है 17.5 से लेके 21 ईयर्स तक. ठीक है, अब इसको बढ़ाकर कर दिया गया है 23 साल तक, ताकि वो यूथ भी इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कर सके जिन्होंने पिछले 2 साल में जो आर्मी ने जो रिक्रूटमेंट नहीं कर पाई बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड-19, सो दे कैन ऑल्सो टेक पार्ट इन दिस. नाउ देयर इज द एग्जिस्टिंग 15 ईयर प्लस सर्विस फॉलोड बाय लाइफ लॉन्ग पेंशन. ओके, जो पहले से चलता आ रहा है कि जो भी रिक्रूट होगा एज अ सोल्जर दे कैन डू द सर्विस फॉर 15 ईयर्स और मोर देन दैट एंड देयर विल बी लाइफ लॉन्ग पेंशन. उसके बाद अगर हम देखेंगे कि अगर उसको हम कंपेयर करें अग्निवीर के साथ, सो दे विल हैव 4 ईयर टेन्योर. आउट ऑफ दिस 6 मंथ विल बी फॉर ट्रेनिंग. सो 4 ईयर में द 6 मंथ इज फॉर ट्रेनिंग. ओके, 6 मंथ इज फॉर ट्रेनिंग एंड 3.5 years it is the service. Fine. And now after that about people, they will be given opportunity for permanent commission in the army, and only 24% will be considered for that. Out of the total application, the target is कि कम से कम 25% लोग continue करें. 25% recruits agniveers they can continue in the army, but those who will be exiting this institution, they will be given tax free purse of approximately rupees 11.7 lakh crore. Okay, now why the government is proposing this scheme, why there is a need for this scheme? So the need for this scheme is to make our armed forces more leaner, more technologically enabled. तो यहाँ पे अगर हम देखेंगे, so the new scheme aims to build a younger, fitter defense force with personnel more trainable in the changing technological environment. Then the next is to inculcate military discipline, ethos and skilling as a value addition. Okay, then there are certain important things which are related to this. That first is that there will be no permanent recruitment in the armed forces for the next 4 years. ठीक है ना, अब मतलब कि परमानेंट रिक्रूटमेंट अब तभी होगा जब फर्स्ट बैच की ट्रेनिंग ख़त्म हो जाएगी. जब फर्स्ट बैच की ट्रेनिंग 4 साल के बाद ख़त्म होगी, तब यहाँ से 25% लोग लिए जाएंगे जो डिफेंस फोर्सेस में परमानेंट होंगे. नाउ व्हाट इज़ द क्रिटिसिज्म अगेंस्ट दिस स्कीम? द क्रिटिसिज्म इज़ कि अगर सोल्जर का जॉब कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल हो जाए, क्योंकि अगर मान लीजिए कि 75% लोग तो बाहर ही आ जाएंगे, ठीक है ना, तो इनके लिए कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल जॉब हुआ 4 साल का, तो हो सकता है कि यूथ दे विल नॉट बी मोटिवेटेड to join the army. It might not motivate aspirants who hope for job security, pension and honor. The next is bubble in the air. So it is related to cryptocurrency. ठीक है ना, वर्चुअल करेंसी. तो अब हम देखेंगे कि क्रिप्टो करेंसी की जो वैल्यू है वो बहुत ज़्यादा क्रैश हो चुकी है. अगर हम सब बिटकॉइन की देखें, so it has lost over 2/3 of its value since its peak in November in 2021. देन अदर क्रिप्टो करेंसीज, उनका तो बहुत ज़्यादा लॉस हुआ है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लूना, नाउ इट हैज़ कम टू 0. नाउ इफ़ यू विल जस्ट सी दैट क्रिप्टो करेंसीज दे वेर कंसिडर्ड एज एन अल्टरनेटिव टू फिएट करेंसीज. फिएट करेंसी क्या होता है? जो नॉर्मल करेंसी जिसको गवर्नमेंट की बैकिंग होती है या सेंट्रल बैंक की बैकिंग होती है, उसको फिएट करेंसीज कहते हैं. सो फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म इट वॉज कंसिडर्ड इट इज़ गोइंग टू रिप्लेस द फिएट करेंसी. But what is the problem with the cryptocurrency? That cryptocurrency the supply of cryptocurrency is limited. Okay, it is designed in such a way कि cryptocurrencies एक समय के बाद extra create नहीं किया जा सकता. Okay, the second is that they have very little acceptance as money. Okay, so यहाँ पे क्या होगा कि अब cryptocurrency को कैसे देखा जाता है, that cryptocurrencies were now touted as an independent asset class like gold and silver that could serve as an effective hedge in time of crisis. मतलब कि क्रिप्टो का ट्रांजैक्शन जिस हिसाब से मनी का ट्रांजैक्शन होता है, आप कुछ खरीद सकते हैं, उसका कुछ वैल्यू होता है, वैसे क्रिप्टो करेंसी का जो वैल्यू है वो मतलब मनी की तरह बिहेव नहीं कर रहा था, या उसका जो वैल्यू है एज अ मनी, एक्सेप्टेंस एज अ मनी वॉज वेरी लो. देन सेकेंड, इट वॉज कंसिडर्ड एज एन एसेट कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि अगर इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ जाए तो जो मनी का रियल वैल्यू होता है वो घट जाता है, तो लोग क्या करते हैं, गोल्ड और सिल्वर में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. तो वैसे ही क्रिप्टो करेंसी को भी एक एसेट देखा जा रहा था. बट जो रिसेंट क्रैश हुआ है, ठीक है ना, तो यहाँ पे अब क्या हुआ है कि वो भी जो एक एडवांटेज था वो भी चले गया. फाइन. सो नाउ देयर इज़ वेरी लिटिल रीज़न और नो रीज़न टू बिलीव दैट क्रिप्टो करेंसी पोजेस एनी इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू that can make them serve the role of widely accepted money or a legitimate asset class such as precious metals. The next is ये अभी क्यों हो रहा है, ठीक है ना. तो इसको समझने के लिए हमें ये देखना पड़ेगा कि कुछ समय के लिए जब कोरोना से पूरा वर्ल्ड स्ट्रगल कर रहा था, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द सेंट्रल बैंक्स दे वर फॉलोइंग द लूज मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी. लूज मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी में क्या होता है कि लिक्विडिटी जो है सिस्टम में वो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है. ओके, लूज मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी की वजह से. सो द लिक्विडिटी वाज वेरी हाई. तो अब क्या हुआ कि जो इन्वेस्टर्स थे दे वर लुकिंग फॉर प्रॉफिटेबल एसेट्स. सो व्हाट हैपेंड कि क्रिप्टो करेंसीज में इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ने लगे. ठीक है, अब क्या हुआ है कि ओवर द period of time and especially after the Russia-Ukraine crisis, now inflation is rising. Now if the inflation is rising, now the central bank they have reverted to tight monetary policy. Okay, so once they have reverted back to tight monetary policy, अब क्या हुआ है कि अब ये liquidity जो है वो घट गई है. Okay, so now investors, तो एक तो क्रिप्टो करेंसीज की ये सब प्रॉब्लम चली रही है कि it is full of speculation, it has lower acceptance as money, it has lower acceptance as a alternative to fiat currency. So now investors they have started pulling out their money from the cryptocurrency, which has led to crash. The second is the response of governments and central banks around the world. For example, अगर आप इंडिया और चाइना का ही केस लेंगे, so they have banned the private transaction in cryptocurrency. First thing, okay, so they do not have government backings also. Fine, governments they did not recognize them also as a legitimate asset or legitimate investment asset. ठीक है, they always warn their citizens, especially the retail investors, from investing in cryptocurrency. The next is Pakistan may get off FATF grey list after on-site check. ठीक है, तो पाकिस्तान and FATF grey list, अभी देखिए सब क्या होता है. तो if you will just see that FATF, it is a global watchdog to combat two things, money laundering and terror financing. इसका हेडक्वार्टर जो है वो पेरिस में है. इसको एस्टेब्लिश किया था G7 कंट्रीज़ ने, और इनके दो लिस्ट होते हैं, एक ग्रे लिस्ट विच सर्व्स एज द वार्निंग लिस्ट और एक होता है ब्लैक लिस्ट. ठीक है, ब्लैक लिस्ट में इस वक्त दो कंट्रीज आती हैं, ईरान और नॉर्थ कोरिया. ठीक है, ग्रे लिस्ट में बहुत सारी कंट्रीज आती हैं, बट उसमें से जो प्रोमिनेंटली है वो है, एक तो पाकिस्तान को ग्रे लिस्ट में डाला है, और टर्की को भी ग्रे लिस्ट में डाला है, और म्यांमार भी ग्रे लिस्ट में है. But now the talk is going on that Pakistan may be put out of grey list after on-site check. Okay, so over here, if you will just see over here, so Pakistan बहुत दिनों से ग्रे लिस्ट में, अगर कोई कंट्री ग्रे लिस्ट में अगर होती है तो क्या होता है उसमें, since 2018 पाकिस्तान इज अंडर ग्रे लिस्ट. सो इससे जैसे ही ग्रे लिस्ट में आती है कोई भी कंट्री, so they which allowed the country to be monitored closely by FATF. तो जो भी financial transaction हो रहा है उस country में, that is closely monitored by FATF to combat two things, money laundering and terror financing. So once the Pakistan is put out of this list, okay, so Pakistan will be out of this monitoring. But Pakistan has to show certain compliance related to the standards laid down by Financial Action Task Force. The next thing is that who is the president of Financial Action Task Force? So the answer is Marcus Player. So this is the static GK question. So please write it in your notebook. The next is India backs China's plan for joint border activity. So over here we are discussing about Shanghai Cooperation Organization. SCO कहते हैं इसे, शंघाई कोऑपरेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. इसका जो हेडक्वार्टर है वो बीजिंग में है. इसके मेंबर्स जो हैं वो आप बड़े आसानी से पढ़ सकते हैं. रशिया है, चाइना है, इंडिया है, पाकिस्तान है और द न्यू मेंबर इज़ ईरान और 5 सेंट्रल एशियन कंट्रीज़. ठीक है ना, सॉरी, except Turkmenistan, all the Central Asian countries. For example, we have Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, but Turkmenistan is not the member of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Okay, नाम में शंघाई है but इसका हेडक्वार्टर बीजिंग में है. Now China is planning to conduct a joint border operation in 2023 consisting of all member countries of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So you see, it includes Russia, पाकिस्तान, सेंट्रल एशियन कंट्रीज. तो इसका नाम क्या होगा? सॉलिडेरिटी 2023. कौन ऑर्गेनाइज करेगा इसको? चाइना. नाउ बीएसएफ ने 21st मीटिंग हेल्ड किया था ऑफ ब्रॉडर सिक्योरिटी कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ एससीओ कंट्रीज फ्रॉम जून 15 टू जून 17 अभी and it was attended by China, Pakistan, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan and the executive committee of the regional anti-terrorist structure. The next is highest single day rainfall in Mawsynram. Now why I am discussing this short news? Because this is very important. Which is the place in India which receives the highest rainfall? So highest rainfall, Mawsynram in Meghalaya. It is the place in India which receives the highest rainfall in India. Okay, so this is the static geography related questions, so please write it down. The next is Bharat Biotech International Limited has announced that COVID vaccine Covaxin का नाम देखो क्या है? BBV152. It has proven to be safe, well tolerated and highly immunogenic in pediatric subjects. मतलब एक टेस्ट हुआ है उसमें इसका जो efficacy जो है especially for 2 to 18 age group, it has been found very excellent. Okay, Bharat Biotech. So Covaxin, it is an indigenous vaccine produced in India by Bharat Biotech in collaboration with ICMR. The next is aspirational district program to be extended to block and city level according to Prime Minister. So there is aspirational district program. This is the program which was launched in 2018 to transform 112 districts that have shown relatively lesser progress in key social areas. तो जो बैकवर्ड डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स होते हैं उनको डेवलप करने के लिए दिस प्रोग्राम वाज लॉन्च इन 2018. नाउ द प्राइम मिनिस्टर सेज दैट दिस प्रोग्राम इट विल बी नाउ एक्सटेंडेड टू ब्लॉक लेवल एंड सिटी लेवल. पहले ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे इम्प्लीमेंट होता था, नाउ इट विल बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड एट ब्लॉक लेवल एंड ऑल्सो इन सिटीज. द नेक्स्ट इज द क्वेश्चन कैन कम एकदम एक लाइनर क्वेश्चन. The Mukhyamantri Matru Shakti Yojana, it was launched by which of the following state? So the answer is Gujarat. What is this scheme about? This is the scheme for pregnant and lactating mothers who will be given 2 kg of chickpeas, 1 kg of tur dal and 1 kg of edible oil free of cost every month from Anganwadi centers in Gujarat. उसके बाद there is one more scheme, Poshan Sudha Yojana, which is now being extended to all the tribal beneficiaries in the state. Now, what is the objective of all these schemes? So, the objective of this scheme is to improve infant mortality and maternal mortality rate. यहाँ पे improve का मतलब है कि जो infant mortality rate है वो decrease हो जाए और MMR जो होता है number of mother dying per 1 lakh live birth वो भी decrease हो जाए. The next is EU backs European dream. When the Russia-Ukraine crisis started, there was some red line which Russia told to Ukraine. The thing was that these red lines was that Ukraine should not join NATO or should not try to become the member of European Union. Now since the war is prolonged, now major countries out of 27 European Union countries, out of that major countries like Germany, France and Italy, they have already given support for Ukrainian membership to European Union. So European Union is consist of all 27 members. It is headquartered at Brussels, and the EU chief, that is EU European Commission की जो president हैं वो हैं Ursula von der Leyen. So now the things are getting clear for Ukrainian membership for European Union. In retaliation, Russia has cut gas supplies to the Western Europe countries, driving up the energy prices. The next is Biden host climate summit overshadowed by fuel cost. तो अब climate related third summit होने जा रहा है, which is to be hosted by Joe Biden. It is called as Major Economics Forum on Energy and Climate. ठीक है, तीसरी बार ये हेल्ड किया जा रहा है, and it is in the backdrop of energy crisis due to Russia-Ukraine crisis. So we already know that Western Europe, it has a heavy reliance on European gas and oil, and Russia has cut the oil supply to many countries in Europe. So now this summit is being held against the fallout from Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Okay. The next is a report by the United Nations. So the Global Trends report by the United Nations Refugee Agency has said that around 100 million people throughout the world will be forced to leave their home. They were forced to leave their home due to violence, human rights abuses, food insecurity, climate crisis, war in Ukraine, and emergencies in Africa and Afghanistan. Okay, in India, nearly 5 million people were internally displaced. India में देखो, war is not a reason; it is climate change and disaster. The report says that nearly 5 million people in India were internally displaced due to climate change and disasters in 2021. The next is the largest displacement due to disaster has occurred in China, followed by Philippines and then in India. The next is China gets its third aircraft carrier. This news is very important now, क्योंकि यहाँ पे मैं आपको इंडिया के बारे में भी बता दूंगा एयरक्राफ्ट कैरियर के बारे में. Now China has inducted its third aircraft carrier. Okay, it is the most modern aircraft carrier of China and making it a major military power in the Asian region. So the name of this new aircraft carrier is Fujian. Okay, it is the first catapult aircraft carrier wholly designed and built by China. इसके अंदर कुछ important technological चीज़ें भी हैं, advancements भी हैं. For example, it includes electromagnetic catapults to launch aircraft off its deck. Okay, and most of the carriers they use sky jump style ramp for takeoff, but यहाँ पे electromagnetic catapults हैं. Now coming to India, so India के पास एयरक्राफ्ट कैरियर्स देखिए, एक है इंडिया के पास INS विक्रमादित्य. ठीक है, दिस एयरक्राफ्ट कैरियर वाज लीज्ड फ्रॉम रशिया और इसका रशिया में नाम था एडमिरल गोर्शकोव. उसके बाद देयर इज INS विक्रांत. दिस इज द इंडिजिनियस एयरक्राफ्ट कैरियर ऑफ इंडिया and it is being built by Cochin Shipyard Limited. The next is RBI unveils document focusing on e-payments. So if you will just see, the Reserve Bank of India has come out with Payments Vision 2025. The core theme is e-payment for everyone, everywhere, every time, 4E. Okay, what is the objective? To provide safe, secure, fast, convenient, accessible and affordable e-payment options. So इसमें बस ये फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ इम्पॉर्टेंट है. ओके, सो जस्ट मेक अ नोट ऑफ इट. द नेक्स्ट इज RBI इज नॉट बिहाइंड द कर्व दास. सो दास, we are talking about Governor Shaktikanta Das. Now he has refuted the criticism that there are certain criticism against RBI that RBI acted very lately to raise the repo rate. Currently the RBI has raised the repo rate from 4.4% to 4.9%, increasing it by 50 basis points. The RBI says that RBI follows the inflation targeting, that is 4% plus minus 2%, But since the economy was languishing from last 2 years due to lockdowns imposed during the coronavirus, so RBI had to follow the accommodative monetary policy to help the economy to recover. Now RBI started withdrawing the accommodative monetary policy once RBI saw that the GDP growth has reached the pre-pandemic level and the inflation is beyond the 6% limit. So friends, that's all for today. We will meet next week with a daily Hindu analysis. Till then, have a nice time. Take care. Thank you.